cool.
You live?
This is upcoming.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know what's up, man. Hold up, man.
Going live. This is live.
Can't even say it.
We live, man.
Damn, you don't have a live listen on here?
Yeah, we got brothers on.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, we live. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
This Esau messing with this internet stuff. Go more and go more info. John 10:16. Start with that and other scriptures.
Come.
So what does it look like? Are we looking?
You looking good?
All right. Are y'all brothers ready?
Come.
All right. Shit.
Yeah, when you start, I got a scripture to start out with.
Yeah. It should kind of crooked, but I guess it's okay. Right. Hey, Shalom, Makiam. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushai,
Barakatah Yahushai,
the water,
the water,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
the water,
the water,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
All right, hey, Shalom, Makiam. Giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for another blessed day. Got a beloved brother, out here with us for the week, and brother from Dallas. Shalom to all you beloved brethren out there.
Shalom.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And hey, we're just gonna get right into it, man. Dealing with, defending the gospel, defending our history, defending our heritage. Because the scripture prophesied of, the nation of Israel shall discontinue from our heritage which he gave us. That's was in Jeremiah somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It was 7 and 14.
17 and 4.
17 and 4. And that's what happened to these people you see today in North, Central, and South America and throughout the Caribbean islands. Those are the lost tribes, the nation of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, which consist of the Negroid tribes, the Spanish-speaking tribes, and the native tribes.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And also, the scripture also prophesied of the northern kingdom, which today is the Spanish-speaking tribes and the native tribes, that they pretty much came over here to the Americas, by that voyage out of ancient Israel. Took them a year and a half. And how our people knew about that information because of King Solomon sent voyages over here during his reign. So our people knew about this land over here. And before Esau came over to this part of this world, that's why he called the New World, because he's living in the old world. All right. The people that were living here in abundance were of that 10 tribes of the nation of Israel, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
All right. The tribe of Gad, who are the Native Americans, the tribe of Reuben, who are the Seminole Indians. All right. Then you got the tribe of Asher, North, Central, and South America, the tribe of Zebulon, the Central Americans. All right. The tribe of Issachar, who are the so-called Mexicans. They were all dwelling here, keeping the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We got information to back these things up. That's why we say at GMS we got 100% truth.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it fit the prophecies through the history, through historical facts. So it's all about hitting the prophecies first. Because Yahushai spoke of that fold, pursuant to John 10 and 16. Because during the Yahushai's, who the word ignorantly called Jesus Christ, during his ministry, it was only 3 predominant tribes in the land of Israel and Judea, in that region. It was mainly Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But you had some northern kingdoms still mingled, but the bulk of the tribes were already over here during the reign of the Roman Empire. Okay, it's what you call the 10 tribes of the nation of Israel, who are the Spanish-speaking tribes and the native tribes that were dwelling here before Esau came over here and conquered this part of the world.
That's right.
So let's get it, man.
Okay.
John 10 and 16.
Oh, y'all got a scripture to start.
Oh yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is on 1 John 2 and 20. but ye have an unction from the Holy One, and you know all things.
Hell yeah, man, because you gotta think about this. Heavenly Father is risen up the prophets in Babylon. Lord willing, myself and all you brothers, because we fit in a lot of the prophets, man. We bring it out according to the scriptures. Because the prophets, they went into the scrolls, man. You know, like when you go into the scriptures, man, you know, when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, these prophecies was spoken about by Isaiah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like stuff be repeating itself.
Yep.
So we doing the same thing.
That's right.
We go into the scriptures and let you know this is what it is, because we have the Holy Spirit upon us to know these things, man.
That's right. That's right.
This is not of us. So when we go into the, you know, the prophecies and the history, that's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And this thing is a mystery, you know, because according to the scriptures, man, that these people was going to, you know, it was going to be a falling away first. So we fell from our customs. And we have imposters living in our land. And these things are all according to prophecies.
That's right. So
the Lord is restoring the nation of Israel, starting with the elect first, to destroy this kingdom and take us back into our land, man.
That's right.
Go ahead. That was it.
Yep.
I do got a quick one too.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 19. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying, prove all things.
Yeah, we proving it.
That's right.
Number one, through the prophecies, and we have historical books, information that's not going to be pushed on the forefront, because they want our people to, you know, because we're in a war, you know, and in a war, you think your enemy gonna let you know what's up. Right. So this is divine intervention.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and this is the process of it right here. Going in, they're stepping into a lot of our forefathers doing work through, which is prophesying.
That's right, man. You get that John 10:16. I mean 15.
You got it right here. This is the book of St. John, chapter 10, verse 15. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep.
So who are the sheep? The 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
Because he says it's written in the book of Matthew, but I'm only sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's who the Messiah was sent unto, to redeem them, to die for them. And that was all through the process of what we, you know, dealing with today as well.
Right.
These things would have to transpire. Okay.
Verse 16. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold.
Yep.
Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
That gives it away right there, one fold. And that links up with Ezekiel 37.
Right.
You can get that real quick, that part with the plank. That's what gives it away. It's dealing with the nation of Israel, bringing it back into one fold.
Right.
Because during that time frame was mainly Judah, Benjamin, Levi living in throughout the old world, so to speak, throughout Europe, what you call Europe today, Israel, you know, along with the other heathens. But during the time of the Roman Empire, we were in our land until 70 AD, you know. These things transpired, which is according to prophecy,
right?
How we was going to be, you know, trodden down by the Gentiles, you know, for a period of time. Started with Vespasian, his son Titus, and it was him, General Vespasian, and Titus. Titus, the one that really put the nail to us, those Edomites. And here we are today. We, you know, never been back in that land. So during that time frame, the Yahweh Shai ministry was mainly Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the stars of heaven. You understand what I'm saying? The other tribes were living over here in North, Central, and South America already since 724 BC, and those islands as well. Okay.
Right. This is Ezekiel. Want to start at the 15th verse with the stick?
Yeah,
yeah. That's the plank, right?
Yeah, dealing with the plank. Yup.
Ezekiel 37 verse 15. The word of Yahweh Bashem Shai came unto me, saying, moreover, the Son of Man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions.
There it is. And that's the head man of Judah, Yahweh Shai.
That's right. That's right.
Through him shall be the gathering of the tribes of the elect. You understand what I'm saying? So the Holy Spirit got to be dealing with you. So we just further expounding, bring more light, and more confirmation that we have the truth.
That's right.
That we telling you through the Holy Spirit, this is what it is. That's why we out there with that stick.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the nation of Israel split at one. It was a split that happened between the north and the south during the reign of Jeroboam and Rehoboam. That history is very vital.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, you know, they got put into captivity first by the Assyrian Empire. And then Judah, Benjamin, Levi got put into captivity by the Babylonian Empire. And during their captivity on the Assyrians, they left. At a period of time, they left and came over here to the Americas, man. Because our people knew about this part of the world. Are you kidding me? You're dealing with King Solomon, the wisest man ever, who sent ships over here. So we had records, and we knew the routes and all that good stuff. We had ships. We were once a powerful monarch over all the nations, man, during the reign of King David. King David subdued all the nations.
That's right.
And the height of our power was King Solomon.
Yeah,
all right.
Coming here every 3 years.
Yeah.
I remember. The history is in the scriptures.
Is in the Book of Kings.
That's right.
King Solomon had many ships.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the ships of Tarshish. I guess he kept it over there in Tarshish in Spain.
Yeah, that's the ports.
You know, that was the ports.
Yeah.
That's right.
Come on, man. It's not by no coincidence a lot of the Spanish-speaking tribes are coming over here right now. It makes sense.
That's right.
Either to be delivered or to be destroyed. Because the bulk of the nation of Israel are the native tribes, man. Spanish-speaking tribes, Native American tribes, and similar Indian tribes. They are the bulk of our nation.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim.
Yeah, the northern kingdom.
That's right.
So Judah is the southern kingdom, and Ephraim is the northern kingdom.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And for all the house of Israel, his companions,
His companions.
Mm-hmm.
and join them one to another into one stick,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall become one in thine hand.
Read John 10 and 15 and 16 again.
Gone.
It's right there.
Yep.
One fold.
That's right.
Dealing with that one stick. Whole nation coming back together. So Yahweh Shai, that prophet, he's talking about Jake that was already living over here.
Mm-hmm.
All right? The 10 tribes. And the tribe of Issachar have it's not a myth, but they have a prophecy of, they call him Quetzalcoatl or Kukulkan.
Mm-hmm.
There's actual, I won't say legends, information about this type of being that came over here and spoke to them. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to get into all that. Quetzalcoatl, that was Yahweh Shai. Okay?
That's right. The brother Dawada, he's telling his stories.
Mm-hmm.
When he's over there in Mexico, they got Issachar worshiping Quetzalcoatl, but in a wicked manner.
Right.
And stuff. They worship him in a wicked manner and stuff. And so all with the information the brothers is bringing out is all factuals.
Factuals,
Okay?
man.
Everything.
Through the Holy Spirit, we got all this information from our teachers.
That's right.
You understand? And we following that format. How it was broken down unto us. Every brother have their talent at the most side. I love getting into this type of history, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, read that again, John.
This is back in St. John, chapter 10, verse 15. It says, as the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father. And I lay down my life for the sheep.
That's why Yahweh Shai died on that cross.
Right.
You understand? Laid down, and it's deeper, it's way deeper. It was already set up in the spirit, but that's a whole nother topic. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice. And there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
Read that part, one fold, one shepherd, and read yours in Ezekiel
37 and 16.
Yeah, there shall be one.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to drive that point home.
Yep. I'll read this again. And they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
Yep. And that's really going on today.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Because they were keeping the customs, the native tribes, the Spanish, because they weren't originally speaking Spanish. They were speaking Hebrew.
Right.
Because we got that in the lost tribes in the promised land. Go ahead, brother.
Ezekiel 37 and 17, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand.
Yep. That's that other sheep.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are today.
That's right.
You know, praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Somebody give me you know what? This is the book I want to get into. You got it pulled up, brother? You got the screen pulled up? How we looking, bro? So I wasn't able to connect with this new PlayStation as yet.
It's a little bit dark. It's a little bit, bro.
It's a little bit dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bring that lamp up there.
Yeah,
Bring the lamp right by. You see
Yeah.
I see the book and everything, but it needs more light.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the lamp over here in this.
Come.
Come.
Hey, that's why Jeremiah, is that Jeremiah 51?
Yeah.
Going into the children of Judah and the children of Israel being oppressed together.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know,
That's
on
right.
this western side. Deuteronomy 30 also talks about that. As we were going to have to be sent to the uttermost sides of heaven, and from thence we would be gathered and thence fetched. So you got the tribes that would be in the western hemisphere, which predominantly includes the 10 tribes.
That's right.
Because they make up more of the tribes.
That's right.
You know?
More of our nation, yeah, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, it's layers within these scriptures that we have here. And only those that understand prophecy can get this.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Go ahead, read that again.
Lo, thy sons come. Hey, somebody give me Baruch 4:37. That's a good
it.
precept.
I don't
Oh,
get
that's
it.
a,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
that's a spirit.
Oh, you got it too?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, so people, can they see? We get into this book real quick.
Let's see here.
Can they see? See if they can see.
It looked like it's still like delayed. Let me go back to it. It's not pulled up.
So yeah, we're gonna get into this book real quick. Approval point. All right, you get this book yourself.
Yeah, it's pulled up. Is it?
Yeah, it's
You
good.
get this book yourself. Because why? Because the Lord put the Spirit on us to study.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you go to the last chapter in this book. It's chapter 30. Go straight to the point. It's on page 364. Okay. So it says, so these are, well, get into it real quick, driving home. It says in September 1644, a Portuguese Marano named Antonio de Montesinos arrived in Amsterdam after having lived for some years in South America and proceeded to tell the leaders of the recently established Jewish community there a story that caused them to think of him as a latter-day Eldad the Danite, whatever. So he used to go around and gather informations and pretty much came and concluded these people that were living in the lands, the Americas today, are the tribes, the lost tribes, the 10 lost tribes.
That's right.
All right, different historical figures who were, working with the conquistadors. They're,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we call them scholars, and they put all this stuff together back then. It says 1644. Okay, so it's on page 364. It says, waving a banner high in the air, the Indian guide soon was greeted by a puff of smoke far beyond the other bank of the river. In response to his signal, the two men waited. Eventually, a canoe appeared bearing 3 men and a woman, of all of them Indians, what they call Indians today, to the place where Francisco and Montesinos were standing at the water's edge. So the name of this chapter, A Lost Tribe Discovered in New York. Okay, that's the name of this chapter. Okay, so they're in New York. Okay, the woman got off and spoke to Francisco in an Indian tongue that Montesinos could not understand, although he could perceive that he was being identified in the conversation. She then turned to her male companions to explain the situation. Upon hearing her words, they rose, went over to Montesinos, and to his utter astonishment, said, Shemai, Yashra Allah, Allah Yanawa, Yahweh Akkad. So it says it right here, but it says Shemai, Yisrael, Adonai, Elohino Adonai Ehud. But that's not how you say it
Right.
in its proper tongue. The way you said it is how I said it before,
Mhm.
which they are reciting. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And where's that? Where's that? Shema Yashua. What's That's the book of Numbers, right?
Numbers 6 and
Right. If you could look it up real quick. Hear, O Israel. So why are they reciting this prayer? You understand? Because they are the Israelites. So whatever native tribe that was in New York.
Deuteronomy 6. No, Shalaki.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 6.
Deuteronomy
Yeah,
6, yeah.
yeah.
All right. So before Esau came over here, you had tribes dwelling in what you call New York today, native tribes. So when you look at because there's maps that you can look up online before Columbus, whatever you can see where all the Gadite tribes and native tribes were dwelling throughout this land before Esau got here. You can look all this stuff up online. It's worth a Google.
Mm-hmm.
So read it in its proper format in the book, the Shema Yashua.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. And it reads, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord. Well, that was pretty much it, right?
Yeah,
there.
but go to the top, like, hold on, what I was looking for. Because you remember Moses was given the commandments and the covenants to speak unto the Israelites, man.
Oh, you starting at the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which Yahweh, your God, commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I commanded thee, thou and thy son, and thy son's son.
Sons. The power is in the males.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's why the Lord is the flock of my pasture are men.
Yep.
Okay?
That's right. All the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Verse 3. Hear therefore, O Israel.
Oh, who?
O Israel.
Israel.
Yep.
So what they were saying in New York, Shema Yashua, Deuteronomy 6 and 4, because they were Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
They are the Israelites.
Right.
Continue.
Verse 3. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord God of thy fathers hath promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Verse 4.
Here it is.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
Yep. Go ahead. Verse 5.
Verse 5. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thine soul, with all thy might. And these words which I commanded thee this day shall be in thine heart.
Right. So, I mean, you can read that. It goes, but that's why she was chanting that, okay?
Yep.
Her and it looked like probably her brothers was with her. Because they are Israelites.
That's right.
They are the Israelites, the 10 lost tribes. All right? It says they have recited in Hebrew the fundamental credo of Judaism. So we got fundamental credo of our heritage.
Mm-hmm.
Deuteronomy 6 and 4. All right?
That's right.
Let me see what else it says. A brief conversation that ensued through the common ancestral tongue, which is the Hebrew. At the time, it was broken Hebrew. Like today, you got broken Spanish, broken English.
Yep.
After a time, It says, according to Montesinos, whose fluency in it is almost as perplexing to the reader of his narrative as is that of his three mysterious new companions. They told him that they were themselves of the tribe of Reuben.
Heavy. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, the tribe of Reuben. And the tribe of Joseph lived on an island nearby. Tribe of Joseph. That's in Revelation 7. We'll link up with the tribe of Ephraim.
That's right.
Let me see if I can get it.
You want me to get out the Baruch?
Yeah, get Baruch, bro.
There's Baruch 4 and 37. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One.
That's it.
Rejoicing in the holy glory of our power. So, as you can see through this word right now, through the internet, you see southern and the northern tribes prophesying.
Right.
Okay, and guess what? Because in the book of Matthew and stuff, Yahweh Shai spoke of this. You know, when during the time to end, what I can roughly paraphrasing, but he said that that this gospel is going to be preached throughout
the full corners of
the
earth.
earth.
That's right.
And that's when the end shall come.
Yep. That's when the end shall come. So the end is here because you have all brothers out there throughout all the tribes prophesying. Okay? They prophesying about the salvation of Israel. They prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great and the system. So hey, it's a beautiful time to be in.
That's right, man. And to prove the tribe of Ephraim is the tribe of Joseph. They are written in Revelation the seventh chapter of the tribes. 12,000 out of each tribe shall be sealed and delivered. It says of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000. Right. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. They go to the tribe of Benjamin. But what is the tribe of Joseph? What precept is that? I was looking for it, man. It's in damn. Sealed. What is it? It's in the book of Numbers. Tribe of Ephraim. Name me of the tribe of Joseph, something like that. Try to remember.
I'll look it up.
Hold on, bear with me 1 second.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I was looking for it, but I will bring this precept out while we're looking for it, just to go into that. Because Sirach 36 says, fill Zion with unspeakable oracles.
Yeah.
And you brothers brought up a good point. You got the Western, you know what I'm saying? We all in the West, but the Northern Kingdom that's doing that. For all you people that are out there saying that they're not Israelites, they're fulfilling this prophecy. Now, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And it says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come, just as you had quoted earlier. Because that Jeremiah goes into how we were going to be oppressed together.
Yes, true.
So these tribes are prophesying, doing exactly what the scripture said they would be doing. As much as people can say that they're not the tribes of such and such, somebody's fulfilling this prophecy right here, zealously and very fervently,
Bro, I think it's Numbers 1 and 32.
Come on, that's a bit.
Hell yeah, bro. That's right, man.
And also Galatians 4. Matter of fact, if it's cool.
Yeah, man.
Get it out, bro.
I got it held right here, man.
That's right. That's right.
Hold on, I just had it. Let me see. Shalaki, brothers.
It's all right, bro.
Yeah, I just had my thumb on it, man. There we go, right here. I want to pull this up, and also this is the Apostle Paul quoting what's written of in Isaiah chapter 54, verse 1. Going into it, because we talk about the 10 tribes makes up the bulk of the Israelites, and they had to be gathered by this word, just as all the southern kingdom. Now, this is Galatians chapter 4, verse 26, and the point is in 27. It says, but Jerusalem, which is above is free, which is the mother of us all. Verse 27 is the point. For it is written, rejoice thou barren that bearest rule. Break forth and cry, thou that travailest not. All right, and that barren is going into pretty the Israelites. All right, because in this chapter, it compares Sarah, going into the free woman, and Hagar going into the bondwoman. Right. Okay, but when you continue, it says, for it is written, rejoice thou barren, which is the Israelites, that bears not, break forth and cry, thou that travailest not. For the desolate, which is going into the barren, hath many more children than she which hath an husband. And the Apostle Paul was going into the foreigners when he quoted this. All right, naturally, this is to the church of Galatia, but how much more do you apply it, knowing that this word had to hit the other side of the planet Earth, according to the prophecies, So I had that precept held going into that point,
Right, so dealing with what I read in Revelations chapter 7, read it again, found the precept to back it up, to prove that those are the Israelites, man. We are the Israelites. Revelation chapter 7 in verse 8, it says, of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000. These are the 12, this is the 144,000.
That's right.
12,000 men that's been predestinated, preordained to be delivered and to be joint heirs of Yahweh Shai as well as the 1/3 of Israel. Okay? We're sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. So you go to Numbers chapter 1, verse 32. It says, of the tribe of Joseph, namely of the tribe of Ephraim, by their generations are after their family. So that it was talking about the tribe of Joseph. In this book is dealing with the tribe of Ephraim.
Right.
That's right.
The tribe of Ephraim they was talking about, linking up the 10 tribes being over here already. And that was in 1644. That was documented. And the tribe of Reuben, who are the Seminole Indians. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you look at the map, okay, where's Puerto Rico located? Not that far from where it was Reuben was dwelling at as well.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So close that Puerto Rico is considered part of America.
Right.
You know, where the Israelites were sent to, the Northern Kingdom.
Right.
You know, right. You know, it's not far off.
Right. So, brothers, got any more precepts? I'm gonna get into this some more historical facts. Okay. Even though we got to keep bringing it out, we're gonna keep bringing it up. All right. This is Sex and Race.
That's right.
All right. This is volume 1. Sex and Race, volume 1. I'll get up and show you, brothers and sisters out there. It's another book you can get. You know what I'm saying? Good investment. And you go to page 270. I got it highlighted here. Page 270, all the way at the bottom. And it's dealing with some more northern tribes, you know. It says according to the Cambridge Encyclopedia, Quetzalcoatl, the Mexican Messiah, because the word Mexican means Mashiach.
Yeah, got that pulled up too.
Right?
Yeah.
Get it?
Got this article right here. And y'all see if you look on the chat, I posted the link to this. You would have to copy it and paste it on Google, but you'll see it on here. But the title of this says the meaning of the word Mexico, and it says ResearchGate. And when you jump down to the end of page 2, the last paragraph starting there, I'm going to read it. It says, on the other hand, the Dominican friar Gregorio Garcia, 1554 to 1627, thought that Mexico was certainly a Hebrew name. But the difference is that he really believed that the Mexicans or Aztecs came from the last tribe of Israel, or the promised tribe. Therefore, Messi is the Messiah. In Mexico, the city of the Messiah, the city of Yahweh Shai. It says, the Franciscan friar Martin del Castillo said that the meaning of Mexico, in Hebrew, Chaldeus, in Syrian is from my Messiah. Based on Del Castillo's work, Augustine de Betancourt gave his opinion at the end of the 17th century. Thus, if the Messiah gave his nobleman name to Mexico, Mexico was greatly honored, and his name is clearly its most honorific title. You know, and it's more to that, but that was the meat and potatoes of this part of the article.
Right.
Why this was brought out.
Yep. It says, according to the Cambridge Encyclopedia, Quetzalcoatl, the Mexican Messiah, was also black and woolly haired.
Wow.
And woolly hair, according to Buckley, the Mexican god Quetzalcoatl is clearly, it goes into the Egyptian deity. But this is a picture of how, you know, they hit a picture of Yahweh Shai for them at that time. The information they found right there, right here. Okay. So that sheep of how it go again?
Sheep
dealing
with
with our northern brothers and sisters. It says under this picture, it says prehistoric stone mass from Honduras, Central America, Negro figure from Palenque, ancient Mexico, the Mexican Messiah Quetzalcoatl. Is Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else it says? All right. More on this right here. It says, according to a Hayat Vero, an authority in the Central American Indian, who is the tribe of Central America, the tribe of Zebulon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, from Guatemala to where, brother?
Panama, to Uruguay, Panama, Guatemala, Belize.
Right, El Salvador.
Yep.
The whole area where a lot of our people are coming from, That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
where a lot of our
absolutely,
so-called
absolutely.
migrants is coming in from.
Yeah, yeah, straight up.
Okay.
Man,
It
sounds
says-
lucky.
Nah, it's all good. It says on the Central American Indian, a god, the Black Christ, existed in ancient Central America as in ancient Europe. So the same figure.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world?
He says in a little church at Esquipulas, Guatemala.
Yeah, I've been there. That's a temple, and they had a figure of Yahweh Shah, but it turned black. The whole thing. Is my mother go there on the weekends and everything. And what was called Esquipulas is an ancient temple, and they call it the Black Christ over there. So I know about it.
Facts. And what tribe are you from, brother?
Zebulon.
That's right. That's right.
It says the image of the Black Christ to which thousands of Indians journey annually from all parts of Central America and even from Mexico and South America. Those are the 12 tribes. Give me that in James. Greetings.
Yep.
You know, close out with this James Adair.
Beautiful.
That's it, man.
Second, that's a 13 too.
Nah, we ain't gotta get that.
Okay.
We
This
You
is
get
it
to-
right here.
yeah, you can pull it up, bro.
I don't got a big picture, but
You can't expand it.
let me see. Hold up.
Got to put that chicken in, but as soon as I put it in, boy, oh boy, you smell that.
Yeah, this is Esquipulas right here. This is the temple. A lot of tourists go over here.
Here's the book that you was reading.
No.
I want to take a listen. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
screenshot
it.
this book, man.
No, you can't have my book, bro.
Nah, hey, brother,
It
you
says-
using this?
It says Esquipulas, right? Cristo Negro. Hey, it says it right here.
They say
man.
Cristo is negro, no blanco,
There you go.
Man.
right? So that's a fact. So another book, we get into, which this got printed out for me from the apostles and elders brought this information out. This is James Adair, History of the Native Americans. All right. Okay. And he made solid arguments that the tribes I was dwelling over here, what they call Native Americans today, are of the 12 tribes of Israel. Because the customs and stuff that they were keeping, and they call Yahweh Yohei. I'm gonna bring it out. So I'm going to some of these arguments he was making. All right, and pretty much, it backs up that the tribe of Gad, who are the Native Americans, are the tribes of Israel as well. One of the tribes of Israel. Okay, let me see. Get straight to the point. It says it is a very difficult thing to divest ourselves, not to say other persons, of prejudice and favoritive opinions, and I expect to be censored by some for opposing commonly received sentiments or for meddling with a dispute agitated among the learned even since the first discovery of America. So there's information they already know. You understand? It says, I'm gonna jump down from the most exact observations I could make in a long time. I traded among the Indian Americans, the tribe of Gad. I was forced to believe them leniently descended from the Israelites, either while they were maritime power or soon after the general captivity. The latter, however, is most probable. this descent I shall endeavor to prove from their religious rites, civil and martial customs, their marriages, funeral ceremonies, manners, language, traditions, and variety of particulars, which will at the time make the reader thoroughly acquainted with the nations, or which it may be said to this day very little have been known from from his observations. So he observed all these things and came to the fact. It says observations and arguments and prove of the American Indian being descended from the Jews.
Boom.
That's right there. That's an opening. So you got a bunch of what's up?
Nah, I'm dropping the mic.
It says argument. Well, hold on. Let me see. It says argument 5. So I'm gonna jump around a little bit. Argument 4. So these are different arguments I highlighted. It says we have abundant evidence of the Jews believing in the ministration of angels during the Old Testament dispensation. Their frequent appearances, their services on earth are recorded in the oracles which the Jews themselves receive as given by divine inspiration at St. Paul in his epistle addressed to the Hebrews, speaks of it as their general opinion that angels are ministering spirits to the good and the righteous on the earth, and that it was the sentiment of those Jews who embraced Christianity is evident from Acts 12, where an angel is said to deliver Peter from his imprisonment, and when the maid reported that Peter stood at the gate knocking, his friends doubted and said, "It is his angel." So they believed in angels. Women also are ordered to have their heads covered in religious assemblies. This is among the tribe of Gad. Because of the presence of the angels, and to observe silence, the modest custom of the eastern countries. The Indian sentiments and traditions are the same. They believe the higher regions to be inhabited by good spirits, whom they call Hatuk, Istuhulu, and the different terminologies. It says holy people in relation to the great holy one. All right? So everything they were doing was pretty much their customs that they, like 2 Ezra 13. The prophets said they came over there to keep it. They were keeping the customs, man. All right? Argument number 5, the Indian language and dialects appear to have the very idiom and genius of the Hebrew. Their words and sentences are expressive, concise, and emphatical. All right? It says sonorous and bold, and often both in letters and signification, synonymous with the Hebrew language. So they were speaking Hebrew. Matter of fact, we just get that second just and get to that point. You're right. Bring that point. They were keeping their customs. So these are the Israelites. Another argument right here. Right, brother, getting it. Argument we on. It doesn't matter. It says they call the earth Yakane because Yah formed it. Yah formed it. Yahweh. As his footstool by the power of his word. Heaven is my throne.
That's right.
And the earth is my footstool.
That's right.
Speaking of Yahweh.
From the Psalms.
Yeah. Okay. In allusion also here too, it says now Kane signifies a man because of the mother earth, and Nakai a bullet or arrow. It says when the Cherokee asks a person, is it not so? They say Wakanai, the divine essential name, and Kanai or Cain are evidently the root words of these. So it goes on to say, it says, these Indians to inculcate on the young people that Yo-He-Wa, is Yahweh.
That's right.
is the author of vegetation called the growth of vegetables. Wa Raha, moved by Yohewa, Fa'ah signifies to walk or move. He is to be.
That's right.
It says, and the consonant is an expletive of distinction. In like manner, Wa'ah signifies that the fruits are ripe or moved to their joy by Yohewa. They likewise call the flying birds Waka'ah, as Yohewa gave them the swift motion. So
Man.
that's Yahweh.
Hey, can you read the part about moved again? It's something about it. Just
Huh?
something that stood out when you put going into something about in his name going. It said move. Something was moved.
Yeah, it says, bro, moved by Yahweh. Yohewa.
Okay,
It says
okay.
that the yeah, moved by. He's all things, man.
Got you.
Yes, right.
Yeah, whatever y'all want to bring, go ahead.
God, I got the second Ezra 13 right
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, yeah.
This is second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 39. And it says, and whereas thou sawest, and this is a vision that the prophet Ezra saw pertaining to the rest of the tribes of Israel that was scattered. Just to give you all the, that are newer coming in, what's being read right here. This is what was taken out of the Bible and it's in the Apocrypha. Okay? This is second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 39. And wherein thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him.
Yep.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
Yeah.
And you can read that history in the Kings and the Chronicles.
That's right.
All right, you can go into that history when the 10 tribes were cast into captivity by the Assyrians. All right, and eventually what this is saying is they went into another land, and it's going to go into that.
That's right.
But this is biblical history what's being read here.
Now, if you watch that movie on 1492, I suggest your brothers to watch it, subtitle. All right, I think they had probably an English dub. But in that scene with Christopher Columbus, he had Hebrew navigators. They say, "Yo, is this from the
That's right.
book of Esdras that we're talking about?"
Yeah.
So there you go. So these at least is revealing you through the spirit of Yahweh Bashar, the fall of the tongue, telling you who are the 10 tribes, how they got here. Okay, they were over here on the west side, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I remember the Apostle Salaki.
Go ahead, bro.
I remember the Apostle Tahar. This is a few years ago. I'm pretty sure every brother's heard this already. But he made mention going into that history of Christopher Columbus coming to this land, how it was led by a chariot pretty much.
Yeah.
It was a chariot that led them over here.
Yes.
That way prophecy will be fulfilled, and those 10 tribes being located and identified.
What they call it, St. Elmo's fire?
Yeah, St. Elmo's
St.
fire.
Elmo's fire.
That's right, St. Elmo's fire, the
Yeah,
water. That's
to
right.
fulfill prophecy. All right, because the Northern Kingdom, they had an answer for their sins, man.
That's right, bro.
That's why the Lord sent the conquistadors over there to eradicate the northern tribes, man. Okay, but it's all part of prophecy, man.
That's right. That's right. This is back in second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. I'm sorry, verse 41. It says, Shalaki, brothers.
Is Lion King, bro?
This is back in second Ezra, chapter 13, the end of verse 40. It says, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And a lot of that history, what I mean is, you can find that history when the conquistadors came over here.
Yeah.
You said they was going off. The history goes into that. The pyramids, chopping off the heads, drinking blood.
Yeah,
there was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it went to a negative state, very negative.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, it wasn't so.
Right. Gone. Continuing, it says in verse 43, and they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. So he caused the water to cease, that way they could travel through. A lot of waves. It was really hard to pass through, so the Lord had to intervene.
Yep.
And that's that, you know.
Yeah, he controlled the currents.
That's right.
And it led him to this side, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Straight up. Because that was a long voyage.
Yes.
You know? So a year and a half.
A year and a half journey.
Yeah.
That's why it makes sense. Well, King Solomon's fleet, his navy, it took them every 3 years.
Right.
To make that boat. To go there and then come back. 3 years.
Yeah,
okay?
that's right.
So it makes sense. You just got to put it together. All right. But the Lord have to open up your eyes for you to see it, for you to get it, man. Okay? Because everything is subject to the prophets, man. All the secrets, man. All right?
That's right.
You got more in that book, brother?
Oh, hell yeah. That was, patient. So argument number 8, this guy James Adair is speaking about, it says their festivals, fasts, and religious rites have also a great resemblance to those of the Hebrews. It will be necessary here to take a short view of the principal Jewish feasts. They kept every year a sacred feast called the Passover in the memory of their deliverance from Egyptian bondage.
Wow.
It says 7 days were appointed. They got Leviticus 23 in here. To these they added an 8th through a religious principle as preparatory to clear their houses of all leaven and to fix their minds before they entered on that religious duty. The name of this festival is derived from a word which signifies to pass over, because when the destroying angel flew through the Egyptian houses and killed their firstborn, he passed over those of the Israelites. All right? The tops of whose doors were stained with the blood of the Lamb, which they were ordered to kill. This solemnity, the seriousness of it, was instituted with the strongest injunctions to let their children know the cause of that observance and to mark that night through all their generations. Okay, so the history of the Native Americans, who of the tribe of Gad. Okay, so I'll probably find one more argument here and close out with James 1:1. Okay, this is the daily sacrifice. They even kept the daily sacrifice. They were rearing fringes. But one particular thing they're saying the Most High's name and his son name at the time with that broken Hebrew they had, man. I was trying to find that. I can't believe I lost it. But yeah, get that James, bro. Get that James. See if I can find one more argument to get up out of here. What was it?
So James 1:1?
Yeah, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad greetings.
It's all good. I'll pull it up right here. Ain't no thing. This is the book of James, chapter 1. Salah. There we go. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 1. And it says, James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. The tribes.
Yep.
And this is an apostle of the New Testament, still directing this letter to the 12 tribes of Israel. And this is part of that gathering.
Yeah. So this is it. There's one more, last argument. Let me get up out of here. Another argument he stated. He says the Indians, through a strong principle of religion, abstain in the strictest manner from eating the blood of any animal, that it contains the life, and that's one of the laws that was given to us. All right, and the spirit of the beast, and was the very essence of the sacrifice that were to be offered up for sinners, and this was the Jewish opinion and the law of sacrifice. And they got Leviticus. What is this? 17. This Leviticus is the 17th chapter here. It said, for the life of the flesh is in the blood. Somebody pull that up real quick. Flesh is in the blood. Just type that in. You can type it in real quick.
Okay.
You go straight to the law.
You got time.
So why were they keeping these customs? Because they are the Israelites. Right? You have been scattered.
Leviticus 17:11.
Yeah. Okay, 17 and 11. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Leviticus 17, verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
Go ahead.
And I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul.
Here it is.
Yep.
That was given to the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
And it quotes what you just read. It says, "And I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood which make an atonement for the soul." When the English traders have been making sausages mixed with hog's blood, I have observed the Indians to cast their eyes upon them with the horror of their reputed forefathers when they viewed the predicted abomination of desolation fulfilled by Antiochus in defiling the temple. It wasn't fucking with the pork, man.
Yeah. Yep.
So they had the history. They knew the history.
That's right. That's
So
right.
with that, Lord willing, an edifying lesson on
Man,
the great
good
elect. Giving all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Rakakadash, Rakate Yahweh,
Rakate Yahweh,
Rakate Yahushai,
Rakate Yahushai,
Rakate Yahweh,
Rakate Yahweh,
Rakate Yahushai,
Rakate Yahushai,
the water, the water, the water, the water, the water,
the water.
Shalom.
Shalom. Man, that was some heat, baby.